Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Call for episode 135 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and today we have all of our players. Same as always, we have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. I think we should just jump back into things. As you can see, we are inside of a tower, the Wise One's Parapet, a ruin that definitely is not here to cause physical harm to anyone, and may contain a relic of use or to the party, or just in use in the fact that they don't want somebody else to have it. Um, the party was able to scale the invisible tower from the outside, making their way in, where they were confronted with traps and uh, guards of sorts ready to defend the tower. And during this time, everyone discovered that casting spells um, seems to lead to wild magic surges, causing a few things to take place, like more teleportation and fireballs, and the entrance of Rose Petal the unicorn, and a Modrone, which is now canon that they exist in this world, and Roshan, who, unbeknownst to Roshan, is 2 years older now, and I'm sure we'll figure that out at some point, maybe. But besides that, nothing too detrimental. Nick's got a little hit to the constitution, just a
Uh,
little bit.
and hit by a fireball.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So everyone's okay as you take down this ballista of sorts, this bolt shooter that seems to casually reload itself and continue to open fire, and a suit of armor brought to life that seems to try and stop you from progressing into the tower. But you take those out, and all of you stand now in a large room that has like these sparkles kind of shining across the walls from these from the fairy fire that is now slowly starting to fade as the suit of armor has collapsed into a pile on itself. The bolt shooter is no longer moving. But you can see that this room has dust on the floor where you have not been trampling through it, and some leaves and bits and bobs that have made their way through, some rubble that is broken off of the walls, some bits of vines that have been able to kind of press their way into the side in small places as they've been trying to grow into the space. Um, you can see that as you stand there, you've only been in this room for less than a minute. There is a gentle flash, very subtle, uh, through some divots on the floor that flash up gently, and then it seems like they peter out and go back to being dormant or not visible to you at this moment. Um, you look around and see that this room is covered in um, charred boxes from the multiple fireballs that have taken place now. Some of the boxes destroyed, and the contents inside 100% destroyed. But there are still some that are in play. You can see that there are um, weapons covered in just horrible amounts of dust sitting in corners, unused. It is just now quiet and slowly darkening. And you watch Rose Petal kind of step forward, and you watch kind of a shimmer of magic start to slowly dissipate off of her body, and you can tell that she is disappearing. And this robot that appeared next to you, Nana, is looking around, and you see also begins to get the same sort of
Oh
wisps of
no.
magic as it begins to just slowly
Oh.
drift away. Uh,
Nana is going to try and comfort it, I guess. Like, it must have been awfully weird to just be pulled into this place where there was a lot of fire and a big clanking suit of armor much bigger than it and everything. Nana's gonna kneel down and kind of like, it's okay, it's alright, you're going back to where you should be. I think. I hope so.
the creature looks at you, a nearly perfect square made of golds and coppers with little mechanical wings out the back, with little dangly arms and legs. sort of looks to you and like robotically raises a hand and presents like a finger upwards and disappears, floating away from this existence. And as it disappears, you can see past you that rose petal is also gone. But you all now stand in this room that is very dark. Some of you not having a bad time. Some of you can't see anything.
Yeah,
Well,
Nyx
that
will
would be
use
me.
her produce flame cantrip to have a little fire to see.
Nice.
Not worrying about the magic at all.
Oh, good. What's gonna happen next?
You nothing occurs besides your produce flame.
Well, it's normal.
Hmm?
No, nothing's wrong, guys.
It's fixed.
Maybe
Oh.
it was something the armor was putting off? I don't know.
Maybe
Let's
it's
be
just
careful about any more magic use. Just careful. That's all.
that makes me
Seems
think
fine.
that perhaps we should take stock of who's carrying healing potions and who's not, since we
point.
might not be able to rely on doing any healing, since magic seems to be so fucky in this area.
It's fine.
At the very least, until we can be certain that the effect is gone, Nyx, we might as well just make sure we know where the potions are. Keld and I distributed them, second day into our travel? We were
Roshan
bit
walks down the
close
stairs
on
and
the first
has a kind of chin beard and kind of solid sideburns.
Roshan!
And his hair is
you
a few
do?
inches longer, a few more inches.
I've never seen you with facial hair before.
He will put his hand on his face and just kind of feel it out. And he'll probably blush a little bit, and then just
I mean, it looks
with
distinguished.
a cantrip, he'll just like wipe his face and shave it all off in one fell swoop.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, I think
Nope.
he probably misses a couple bits, but he looks closer to normal.
What did... How?
This place is strange.
I think this place just has a bit of the same spark that Saga did. I think it's
Right.
probably the place. This place is old and on corrupted ground and filled with magic that's older than anything we know, so...
And surrounded by wards of magic that are impervious to practically everything, and so long as the whole structure holds together. So,
I was going to, and I think it's probably a good idea at some point to cast Detect Magic, but I believe that's enough magic to light that spark and have the wild magic again. So
should we wait until we know there's something that we want to find?
I think we should give this room a thorough once over mundanely. But
Maybe
while it
the
was dark, I
lantern
saw. Ugh,
I mean, would a magic
maybe.
item make something happen?
I don't know. It's all magic.
I can.
But I did
take
see
the-
something while the lights were out. There's something glowing up through the floor, so this room had magical guardians, but I don't know if they're guarding anything magical, so let's take a thorough look and then head down.
Okay.
I'll start checking boxes. And specifically, Fen wants to look at the burnt up ones first and see if there's any evidence that any of them had any sort of traps on them, wires coming off that might not have been completely incinerated or anything, and get an idea what we're working with before he starts opening the
Okay.
undamaged ones.
Fen, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
That is a 13.
You make your way over to the damaged boxes and check them over. It seems that a lot of the items inside of these boxes were destroyed, and what you pick up on is probably provisions of some sort, supplies, and the charred remains of just so many arrows. Just so many arrows turned to dust. And you also see, as you kind of are shifting through some of these boxes that exploded, you also find the remains of bones that have been charred black, and you're not sure if they were like this before you got here, but there's no meat to speak of. It is just like fragments of bone. Who knows their quality before the fireballs went off. But you don't pick up on any traps. They probably safe, for the best of your knowledge.
All right, so he'll use his kukri to start prying open the undamaged boxes.
All right. Fen starts prying open boxes. Anybody else doing anything?
Roshan can see, or I can see at least one statue in this room. I think Roshan would like to scope out the room from a religious or historic perspective and see if there are any clues here.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a... Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion check on this one.
Oof. 10.
Buddy.
You take a gander, and shock and awe of the Pantheon, a solid 90% are just like old dude with beard. And just looking at it, it's like, well, yeah, it's probably one of those. But
History's full of them.
you wouldn't be willing to bet too much money on guesses. Is anybody else doing anything or doing some assists, or what are we doing?
I'm going to... Nana's going to take the Lantern of Revealing up the stairs close to the entrance and sort of like lift the flap just to test and see if utilizing the magic item spurs this effect the same as using a spell would.
Okay, and Fen, go ahead and give me another investigation check as you are digging through boxes.
It's a 16.
Okay, good to know. Nana goes upstairs. Anybody else, or just kind of acknowledging and participating?
I kind of wanted to look for any secret door situations.
I'd be
Oh,
helping
okay.
Kel to make sure he can see, following with my fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
Squinting.
so Keld,
That's a help
Keld, you can
action.
go ahead and roll me investigation with advantage.
Yeah.
Yay! Pairs of eyes better than one.
That's gonna be a +0. 15.
Okay.
That's not bad.
The two of you begin making your way around the room. The sound of wooden boxes being pried open as Roshan looks up at a statue that looks like every single member of the Pantheon. And Nana, you go upstairs and do like a little whoop,
Yep.
whoop, whoop. You get glimpses of these little like floating specks and like these things that sort of look like the kind of wisps in the corner of your eyes that you can't really get a solid look at, that kind of come into view when you put your lantern out. But there seems to be no outward effect that takes place. You don't see anything extra.
Okay. And it doesn't seem as though, like, just leaving it open for a little while triggers any kind of weird, unexpected magical effect besides, things floating in front of the lantern.
How long are you going to stand there with the lantern open?
I mean, if nothing immediately becomes apparent, Nana's going to, like, slowly walk the lantern down the stairs one at a time, leaving it open, just kind of observing, not going insanely slow, but carefully enough that she can observe if there's like a moment where something seems like it changes.
Okay. Nana begins walking the room slowly with the lantern slowly coming down the stairs.
Just testing.
Fen, lucky day. Some of these boxes still have arrows in them.
Wow.
So you're able to restock with some arrows
Hooray!
that seem like they're doing okay. There's some very run of the mill, like some of these arrows are unwell.
Mm.
Some of these arrows.
They look like they've been sitting in a box in a tower with an open roof for
Yeah.
a billion years.
A lot of them look pretty damaged, but as you are going through, not all of them do. You find in one of the boxes that exploded, uh, two arrows that did not go up in flames, which automatically catches your eye. So you go ahead and take these two arrows. Both of them seem to have runic carvings on them and are beautifully crafted. So you now have two arrows. You're not sure what they do, but you have them. You begin to continue making your way through, casually pushing some charred remains out of the way. Um, and you also find kind of behind one of the boxes this long brass horn. Has a little bit of a crack on the wide end and a leather strap that seems to be in pretty good condition for its setting. So that catches your eye as well. Um, as you make your way around, you find a tiny chest, like a chest that was not affected by the fire. And so you start kind of, it has a lock on it. Is there anything you'd like to do with that? This one is not casually openable.
Yeah, I've got thieves' tools. I will attempt to open that box.
Sure.
But while I'm remembering it, out of character question for the DM,
Yeah.
I couldn't really see on the battle map when we came in. Did we enter the apex of the tower, or did we just get in does it go taller, or did we just get in on a balcony on the side?
It doesn't go
or...
taller. It does
Okay.
not. For your purposes, no taller.
Okay. Excellent. Thank
Tall.
you.
Yeah, you guys were at the top, and now you are one step below set top.
All right, so proficiency with these tools, so it's Dex plus my proficiency. Modifier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's going to be a 18.
Okay. You begin to take a moment to start kind of working away at the lock on this box. Nana, as you've been walking around, so far no strange effects have taken place. Keld, as you are walking around and you're kind of like running your hands up like like the corners of walls and like under things and around corners, your hand touches something and it goes from like oh to oh, as you're like holding like a skeletal hand that
Oh
has kind
no.
of made its way kind of crammed into a corner that you were like reaching into, and you kind of just like shake hands with it a little bit. But you can feel something cold on its finger, something metallic.
Mm.
So your hand is kind of like pushed behind something, and you feel this cold metallic piece on a skeletal hand.
Nix, can you move the lights a little? There's somebody here.
Put it as close as I
Someone?
can. Sticking my hand like above his so the fire doesn't hit him, but it lights it up.
Mm-hmm.
My own correction, I have expertise in thieves' tools, so that should be a 22 instead of an 18.
Good to
'Cause I'm
know.
a dummy. Don't know if that makes a difference, but
It pops open immediately. Um,
Nice.
but you both kind of like lean into this corner and like sort of this like place where a bit of stone is like pushed outwards and created just sort of this divot that you're trying to look into. And this hand just looks like it was kind of the rest of the body, who knows where it went. It's gone. But you can see that there is a ring still on the skeletal hand. And the ring is a very kind of dull silver, and has like an X type shape at the top where it would rest on top of the finger, but is just very, very understated.
Well, you have my ring, so I'm gonna put that one on.
You put the ring on?
Careful.
Oh yeah, immediately.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We learn nothing at the library. This is becoming abundantly
One new
clear.
ring's not enough.
Clearly.
Hey,
One
she
curse
has
is
two
not enough,
hands.
too, apparently.
2 hands. So
You
much
got
How
me
many
space.
there.
lives, Nix? How many lives?
Plenty. She's
Already
dying anyway.
Wild shape into it. Wild shape into a
So,
capsule of 9 of them.
Keld like pulls it back, and then Nyx kind of goes whoop, and like puts this ring on.
Yep.
Would you like to attune to the ring?
They're not gonna need it.
Not yet.
Okay.
Just wearing it.
I'm just casually wearing it.
Hanging on to it.
It's easier
No
to
attunement
carry
yet.
this way.
It's true. Can't harder to lose, maybe. But you put the ring on. Fen, you pop open this little chest, easy peasy, and you see that you got incredibly lucky as you realize that like this particular box had its own like trap scenario, but no longer is functioning.
Whew.
That it was like you can see where a little needle was placed right around the lock, where if triggered in this way would have attempted to stab your finger, and who knows what it would have done, but it doesn't seem to work, so it's fine. No worries.
Everyone be careful, there are traps everywhere, even on the stuff laying around.
Everything's bad.
That
Well, I
explains the
suppose
arm.
the first step inside the tower should have tipped us off, but always good to reinforce. Thank you, Fen. You alright?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. This one didn't seem to work, but could have been bad. I'm sure.
Probably, yes. Goodness, do be careful.
But inside of this little chest, you find 3 badges, 3 guild signets, all of them a depiction with a tree with an eye beneath and tangled in the roots, in fine condition, and it seems locked away to be safe. You also find 2 small pieces of very nice paper, still in very good condition, and they are kind of tucked, kind of rolled up next to these badges, and a beautiful quill that the handle of it is carved almost like a kind of a design of a hand already holding it. Rests beautifully, perfectly next to the paper. Those are the things you find in there.
All right. So I'll probably leave those things in the box, and while I have it open and that trap is exposed, disable that. And I'd like to take a look also at what's left of that ballista and see how it was loading itself, if there's anything, ammunition or anything like that that was associated with it, or just interesting. Never seen a bow that fires itself before.
Yeah. Please also take into account that it does not look exactly as depicted on screen. She is beautiful and gorgeous, and we love her. But it is slightly off. She's a bit chunkier, a bit more undercarriage, if you will, for storing, for storage of more bolts. You can go ahead and give me investigation or arcana. Each will get you a different answer.
It's not going to matter. It's a natural 1. So
Oh,
investigation would be a 6.
Yeah, it's broken, and somehow it reloaded itself and was pretty cool. But now it is no longer moving. And then there's another flash of that light in the floor that kind of fills up these little divots, goes up the walls, stops just short of reaching the ceiling, and then dissipates back down.
What is that?
And that's exactly what it did before as well. It's not changed its pattern.
Nope, same pattern.
Certainly worth having a look at. I just want to have a look around this one last corner before we put any stairwells between us and our exit. Am I right in perceiving that the battle map has like kind of a little room around the back side of the stairway, and there's like another portion of this floor behind there that we haven't been to?
You guys are on the full floor.
Oh, this is it.
This is the floor. It is a tower.
Potentially, there's an exit at the bottom.
But you guys have seen the exit. You guys just decided to go to
Yeah.
the top, which
We just went the fun way.
you guys went the cool way.
Yeah.
You guys scaled an invisible tower.
Yes. No, it's like since between where we came in and where we're going.
No
just
more
wanna make
extras,
sure that there
just
isn't nothing
just the
else.
stairs to,
Okay.
to the next level. That's all you got.
Okay. All right.
Nyx is poking at the suit of armor on the floor. Just
Yeah.
looking at it.
And Nyx, this is your at this point, this is like your third recasting of
Yeah.
Control Flame. So that kind of gives you guys an idea of time.
Okay. All right.
Say less. 10 minutes. So
So you guys have spent about 30 minutes going about the
investigating
room.
this place. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's about as thorough as we can possibly be at the moment. Shall we continue forward?
Well, before we move on, Roshan, do you mind having a look at these with me? There's a couple of pieces of parchment that I've found here in this box. I haven't opened them yet, but if there's any language on them, then you'd be the one to read it. If we can find anything out about drums or what they are, might help us in our search.
Or
Sure.
anything else relevant
The way Jillian described it, I thought they were blank, but is there any writing on these sheets of parchment?
Fen presents the papers to you, and you kind of unroll them from their set and kind of look around. They are perfectly blank.
Oh, okay.
Not even invisible
mind.
ink or anything.
You come over with the lantern.
Lantern of revealing. Reveal your
Uh,
secrets.
Nope.
Oh, all right. No, it's blank. It's good parchment.
Never mind. Yeah, it's a very nice paper. Just a red herring.
Bunch of
apparently.
nerds. That's good paper.
You see the three of them nodding at some paper, like, good paper, good paper.
why do they
The
care so much
paper
about
is-
the paper?
The paper is in immaculate condition, though. It is like it was not sitting in a chest for, God knows how long.
Which is pretty insane when you think about it.
I guess it's.
Well, anyway, it's not really important. Let's, I suppose let's continue on unless there's anything else needs identifying from what we found in here.
Who's taking the lead?
Well, I don't dislike Fenn's idea from earlier. Keep the stealthier folk who can actually see up front and keep the light towards the back.
That's fine. Go ahead, Roshan.
I'll just cast guidance on Fen if Fen is to be the first down the stairs.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a hand that goes like inches from the back, and then it's like the spectral bit of a hand goes pop. Guidance
But not
is
quite a
applied.
touch.
It's like the hand stops, and then the magic goes boop, boop.
I've learned how to do hover hands magic.
Look at this shit. Whoop.
Amazing. That's very accommodating.
Fen, what are you doing as you stare down into the darkness, which you can see pretty well, looking down these stairs to the next level?
I would very much like to inspect the stairs that I can see and make sure they are not trapped.
Okay, go ahead and give me investigation.
Plus
Oh,
a
there we
D4.
go. Natural 1 last time, natural 20 this time.
Wow.
There you go.
Balance.
You take a little look around, and you pick up on that some of the stairs, like sporadic ones, not like every other or, multiples in a row, but just there is like old, dried, deteriorated paint of some sort. Like it is minuscule, the amount of like paint you are picking up on. But some of the stairs have this on it, and you can see down to the floor below. Some of those do too.
All right, so it's kind of a bit hard to see in the dark, but some of the stairs are painted, and I'm not sure if those are the ones we're supposed to step on or the ones we're not supposed to step on. Didn't we recently buy a pole?
We did. Telescoping pole. Want to have a go?
Yeah, I don't want to set anything off, that might alert anything, but I think this might be our best option.
How are they painted? Is each stair painted differently? Is there a pattern?
It's just, no, doesn't seem to be any discernible pattern that I can tell, but it's old paint, kind of chipping off, very thin.
No discernible design, just color?
It's very hard for me to see color in this lighting.
Oh, sure.
I can see shapes just fine, but mostly
Right.
black and white.
Right. I remember. Okay.
Do the unpainted stairs look like they were tread on more than the painted stairs? Are the painted stairs perhaps ones they were avoiding?
That's not a bad idea.
They would have been worn through at a certain point.
Yeah, that does make sense. Good thinking, Roshan. I'm going to treat them as if they're not to be trodden upon.
Do you want
and
the
I'll
rod
put a-
anyway, just to test the first unpainted one?
No, that's all right. I'm gonna, because I can see this a bit better, I'm gonna use this chalk to put an X on the wall by the ones that you are not to step on.
Got it.
And Fenn's gonna make his way down, avoiding the ones that have the chipped up paint.
Okay. So you are going to be avoiding the paint.
Correct.
Gotcha. Sorry, just
Drops 50 billion dice down the tower. You
That is a
take
maximum
5
fall damage.
squillion damage.
one. Sorry, I'm rolling 10,000 dice.
The
One moment.
stairs
Oh,
turn into a
God.
slide.
Ooh, good. Fast travel, guys.
Hey.
Fast travel
So-
to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's convenient.
I'm on the
You,
stair.
Who needs
waiting.
sin when you have a slide?
Fen steps and then steps and has to do like a little jump. And you make it down to the main floor.
Ooh. Heck yeah. Oh. Am I seeing
Do
that
there
right?
appear to be any creatures or anything in this room?
Go ahead and give me a
Any-
perception check.
Cool.
Hmm.
16.
Okay. Fen now stands at the bottom of the staircase, standing on a bit of unpainted floor tiling, and begins to scan around the room. Once again, just dust and rubble, just a kind of destroyed space. Could you remind me of what you got again?
16 on the perception check.
Okay. You can see that there are some large piles of rubble, and you don't know if that was like did that lead somewhere? Is that a continuation of something? It is just, you could not explain like the large amounts, like just in a corner. And you're like, okay. You can also see that um, you are the first thing in probably a very long time to move in the space as you step down into the soft sort of layer of dust, and it sort of puffs up and kind of moves around your feet, being the first footprints to make their way into this space. Uh, you look around, and under some of this dust, you can see what looks like it could have been a camp setup at some point, but it is the remnants of it. It is something long gone. It is something definitely not recent. Um, and you look over that and make your way, looking over the walls, and you can see that there are 4 insets in the walls. 2 of them are empty and have rubble in front of them. 2 of them empty. The other 2 have these stone statues in them, like the one upstairs, of a man with a beard, and stands there strong, proud in these little inset nooks. But it looks like the other 2 statues that probably filled those at some point, it looks like they were destroyed, fell apart. You don't know, but you can just see their bits on the floor. Um, That is what you currently see in this space, is these dust-covered statues and floors and bits and bobs.
All right, so good news and I don't know, potentially not good news. I think we've beaten Ing here. The
Oh,
only evidence I see of any sort of occupancy of this space was probably left by the people that wrote those books that we read in the library. The people that came here, spent a night, and turned back. But also, I don't see anything that would resemble an artifact that
And
would
more
be worth
stairs.
trudging.
Sorry, more stairs.
Oh, okay.
Oopsie
Ah.
daisy, more stairs.
oh, more floors.
But this just seems to be the entryway.
Mhm.
There's more stairs. We can continue on, but as far as you avoid those stairs with the paint, I think we're good. Also, the floor tiles that appear the same.
No sign of any more animate constructs, anything like that?
A couple of statues here, but they more resemble the one that was stationary upstairs rather than the suit of armor that came alive.
Okay, alright. I suppose, shall we start making our way down? Is there anything that we could do to make this easier for the folks who might have a harder time skating over certain stairs? I could use the telescoping rod as sort of a staff.
I think it should be fine.
The jumps aren't too crazy. It's not
They're not.
Think we
nothing
can do it?
nothing
Just
too
skipping
Nana
a
intense.
can't
stair,
see
too,
that
it's
far
fine.
down those stairs. She
I
doesn't
have-
know if there's
I'm
like a
standing
3-stair
right
gap
next to
that
you,
Fen
Nana.
just
Use
jumped
the
over.
fire.
It
Fire!
only goes so far,
Fire!
Nix.
It's true. The fire only does go so far.
Well, I'll put it by the step, and you can look where to go. I'll go
That
in front
works
of you.
for me. That works for me. Thank you.
All of you begin to make your way down the stairs. Fen, are you doing anything while you wait for your companions to make their way?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll take a look at those statues and see if I can see any significance to them.
Yeah. Fen, you make your way over to one of these stone statues and look it over, and it's tall. It gets close to touching the ceiling, filling this sort of inset space. As you can hear everybody being like, no, no, move your foot. No, it's one more. It's one more. Like you can hear everybody slowly making their way down, and you can hear that everybody Could you give me a marching order just so I know who's taking up the rear?
I think probably
I can't hear
Nana's
you,
trying-
Roshan.
Number 2. Nana's
Okay.
probably taking up the rear.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
guess Nyx is probably providing light for Keld and Nana both, is my assumption.
Yeah, so I guess I'd be third then? I don't know.
Okay.
That doesn't really work.
So
yeah.
I'll count.
it's
It's fine.
difficult. You guys are
Yeah.
choosing a difficult way to make light happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes light happen, but it's not the most
It's
efficient
not
way.
easiest.
I mean, Nana's got the Lantern of Revealing as well. She's doing her best to assist from behind, too, so...
Yeah. I mean, once again, it's not that hard of a walk.
Yeah.
I just wanted the
Yeah.
order. So you all begin to make your way down. It gets to the point where it is like Nana and Nyx right at the end of the stairs. And Fen, you have approached one of these statues and look over it. And I don't want to say it's crudely made, but it is definitely more of a minimalist interpretation, or time has not been kind. But what you do pick up on, though, looking it over, is that you can see that these statues have blue gems set in where the eyes would be, like under these heavy brows and right above this like solid stone beard. And once again, you guys hear and there is the flash of light that makes its way through the divots on the wall up into the second floor. As you can see, it makes its way up. And Fen, you watch those eyes in that statue flash open wide. And I'd love everybody to roll initiative.
Ah, here we are.
Okay.
12.
Oh.
9.
17.
1 second, please.
Right.
20 and up. Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
Okay. Ten to 15.
12.
Oh my god, guys.
Wow.
5 to 10.
9.
9.
5.
9.
Who has the higher dex between Nana and Keld?
Mine's +3.
Mine's +2.
Okay. So, Nana, and then Keld, and then Nyx. Is it concentration to keep your produce flame up?
It just says it's a cantrip. Nothing about it. Concentration.
Okie dokie.
At will.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean there's no concentration involved.
Huh.
I can only assume, but
No.
Mm.
not everything needs concentration. Okie dokie. Fen, you watch as it seems lying dormant until the next pulse of energy. These things' eyes flash. The one in front of you, its eyes grow bright and a shining blue. And it crunches its arm away from the wall, and it crunches its second arm away from the wall, and it looks down at you as you look up at it. And it brings its fist down immediately.
God.
And it's gonna throw hands.
Mm.
That's a nat 20. That's the rooted shit I've ever seen in my life. You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled, once again, incredibly bad. As the first hit sort of knocks you off balance, not exactly prepared for this thing to have just started fighting. as it hits hard into your shoulder, and you have to stop your knees from buckling as it brings down the second hand.
How many points of damage the first hit?
I think it was like 26,
Okay.
something like that. And the next one is a 26 to hit.
Jesus.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage on the second hit as this thing just arms up. Boom, just 2 heavy hits into you. And that's its turn. It's happy to have done that.
All right, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take that damage.
Cool. So across the room, the second statue rips its arms from the wall.
Oh God.
And it looks like that's bring everybody into the room. Bring everybody in. Everybody's down here.
Oh, good. We're here
Bring
now.
everybody in. Honestly, this is what it is. The second one walks up to Fen. Both statues stand together.
Oh,
They
no.
high five, and the second one brings its fist down. Actually, now hold on.
Hmm?
This one walks over, and its blue eyes scan the room, and it takes everybody into account, and sets up next to Fen, turns to focus onto the group, and its eyes flash bright and fill the space for a moment. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goody.
Can you tell which of us are close to killed and get his bonus?
Yes.
I'm
Who's
going to
looking?
say that Nana and Nyx are going to get the bonus because he is between the two of them. Which is a +2 to those two individuals.
Does not help me enough to succeed, but thanks.
By all means, what do we got?
I got a 6.
Okay.
Total of 8.
21.
Okay. All right.
24.
Okay.
I spaced. What am I rolling?
You're rolling wisdom.
Ooh, it doesn't matter because I got a net 1.
Oh, buddy!
Okay.
Fen, Nana, Keld. It's like you're moving through molasses. The world is heavy. At this moment, you cannot take reactions. Your speed is halved. You get 1 attack, and you can either do an action or a bonus action. You cannot do both. And that's your current scenario.
I hate this!
Well, ain't that a shame? That's their turn. They're happy to have been here. Fen, you're up.
This door that I'm looking at with the stairs, is that the
That goes
door
outside.
to the...
It is a
that goes out-
barred door that goes outside.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my action to disengage and
Okay.
try to
It is
make
a-
my way
Mm-hmm.
around the stairs.
Okay. So what's half of your movement?
Uh,
Round down.
15. Yeah, 15.
Okay, Fen moves 15 feet, slowly dodging out of the way and going, and moves away. I think that's all you got, Fen.
That's all I have. I usually have so much to do.
You usually have a lot to do. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
There's a 13.
You still are in the molasses. Moving along, Roshan. It's a clusterfuck down here.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Roshan would try to put some distance in between him and both of them. So try and head toward the back of the room, maybe not on the same side as Fen. And
Okay.
From there, which is the one on this side the one that did the spell, or the one on the other side?
It's the one on the other side. Yeah, the one on
Yeah.
Fenn's side did the spell.
Okay. Can I see it enough to target it with a sacred flame?
Sure. Why not?
Great. So Roshan, his flame eats light. It's darkness in plasma form, and it burns through this thing. Hopefully, I need a Dex 17 save.
No, it's not. Ooh. Ooh. How much is it? What did we get on the dice? What'd you say the save was?
17.
17 on the dot with its minus
Oh.
1.
God.
Sorry about that.
Well then, do I need to see for this? Oh, that's Bardic Inspiration, not what I was looking for. Yeah, I think Fenn's like right on the other side of the stairs, so I cannot see him. So I will give him Bardic Inspiration instead.
Okay, Fenn has a bardic inspiration.
I think
What
he
do you?
says something like, Fenn, I've never seen you move so slow. Just
So
derogatory,
inspiring.
but in a fun way.
So, it's a fun way. We're all having a good time.
We're
We
having
all
a
love
great
it.
time.
It's bardic negging?
And you make your way to that side of the room. Nana, you're up. Keld, you are on deck.
Well, not like Nana's gonna be able to do very much more than Fen. Let's be real, let's be honest. It's fine though. Nana's going to. Well, golly gee. Choice of either an action or a bonus action. Whoopee. Okay. Nana's going to use her Slayer's Prey to square up and analyze the one that did the flashy eyes that did the slowy on us. Then she's going to make her way towards the back of the room. Gosh, is that
Keld or Roshan side?
Keld's side?
Or Fenn or Roshan side?
Oh, sorry, Fenn's side. Sorry.
I'm still here in the middle.
No, that's right. That's right.
Is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Okay. Because you did not take an attack, I am going to bludgeon you.
Did
They're
not
both
have
going to
the
use their
chance.
reactions.
Cool.
If you'd used your action, you could have, but it's okay. You are
Nah, you're
prepping
right.
for the next round of combat.
I am.
And they're going to swing. That certainly hits. The first guy hits you. And the second guy also hits. Both of them, as you struggle through just like the air just seems heavy around you. Just 2 heavy hits in the back.
Great.
You took 17 points of bludgeoning damage on the first one.
Ah!
And 19 points on the second as you force your way through and you land next to Fenn. I can only assume you have nothing left, so go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yay! Well, Am I still close enough to benefit from Keld's +2?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we'll
gonna
see
go with no.
if is 15 high enough.
Molasses.
Fuck!
Moving along. Is all of you here just like a fuck? Just like slowly echoing around the room.
Oop.
Uh, Keld, you are up. Nix, you are on deck.
All right.
This.
I will slowly make my way to the construct on Nana side.
Okay, the Fanana side.
The Fanana
You
side.
Ooh.
I'll say
Team
you can
Fanana
step off the
or
steps so that you're
Team
not in range of
Ronix?
both of them. So you sort of step off the side of the stairs to only be in combat with one of them. And you can either do one attack, or an action, or a bonus action.
I'm going to do one attack.
Perfect. Go
Rolling.
for it.
Does a 12 hit this guy?
12 does hit.
It's a good thing they can't dodge for shit.
It's a good thing they're statues.
I mean, yeah.
They're just
Round and
big and
hit.
solid.
So that'll give us 11 plus 4. 15. 4.
15.
15, yeah. Math.
Mhm. Okay. It is slow going. It is just this slow motion throw of this sword. But you kind of predict where it's going to move and you're like, I'm going to hit it. And you are able to get one hit off on it, and just like there's a crack in the stone and part of it kind of
Ooh.
falls off. They
Uh-huh.
seem to
Please
not
don't
be
my sword.
they're not in the best shape. They don't look to be pristine statues. But I think that's all you got, Keld.
Seems so.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Let's have so nat 20.
There you go. And as you get this hit on it, you can feel the full weight of your body return and sort of a lightness in your step, and you are in full control of your body, no longer slowed.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Nyx.
Yeah. Quick question. Do you think the area around one of the statues would be 5 feet? Like, in front of it, like to the side? Because it's in that corner, you know?
So you're just trying to only hit a statue.
I'm wondering if I used stone shape to raise up a wall to keep it in its corner. Like, is that 5 feet of wall there?
I think that might be difficult. I don't think you
Okay.
will fully cover its space.
Okay.
It might have to like turn sideways and like shuffle through,
Okay.
but
Can it?
Just wanted to check.
it has to suck in the stone gut, and
Oh, no.
shuffle.
All right.
So it just winds up kind of grinding off some of its paunch.
Oh yeah, it just
Yeah.
gets a little
Divot.
abs out of it.
Okay. In that case, I will activate
Chisel.
my symbiotic entity to get those
All right.
extra hit points as my action and bonus action, Guardian of Nature. So I will do my,
Oh, yeah.
which is a 4th level spell, I believe. It is.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Spells, baby.
So
I
let
forgot
me,
for a half a
let me
second
roll.
that Nyx missed
Yeah.
the effect.
Go ahead and give me the 100, and then you can tell me what else is going on.
It is 20.
20. I love one where you get to like click and bring up a new tab.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
I'm good at that.
So Nyx, you are on the stairs behind Keld, and you are activating this entity within you, and you can feel your form shifting and moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you look at the ground and the ground under you is wet.
Ooh.
And this just liquid seems to have appeared at the base of your feet and just spills off the stairway into a 10-foot square around you.
Nice.
And you can feel your feet kind of struggling to keep traction. Keld, you feel your feet struggle to keep traction.
Oh no! Do the constructs have to struggle to keep traction?
I think they are just on the edge of it, or, they're still in range of somebody. They could walk through it, but I think they're kind of okay.
Huh.
So Nix, what are your things doing? What do we got going on, if there's anything?
I'm gonna stay there so it has to move to get me.
Okay, you stand in the middle of
Yeah.
this puddle and you're like, I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah. That'll
I
be
did
it for
this.
now.
Okay. Creature stand. Each creature stand.
Brilliant strategy, Nix.
I
Except it's
didn't know
very
if they could
similar
swim.
strategy.
Hey, Nix and Keld and producer, could you tell me how far away Nix is from the golem Keld is engaging in? Just the distance between the two. But I need dexterity saves from Nix and Keld. Is that
And
like
I-
15?
And I get that +2 because I'm next to him, right? Oh, yeah.
Okay. 9.
7 feet. Cool. Okay, he's in the grease too. We're all in the
He's
grease
great.
together. What did you two get?
Slippy.
If I get his bonus, I'm at 22.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
And what did you get, Keld?
9.
Okay.
Buddy.
Jesus Christ, he's so powerful. You
Oh,
watch
no.
this stone golem's legs slowly starting to slide outwards into the splits, and it just slams its legs back together again to
Holy
keep
It
solid.
says no.
And you watch Keld do the same thing, but just fully fall into the splits and is now prone on the ground.
Oh no!
And you know what? I only can assume
What
the
is
other golem
this?
is probably in range too. Why not? Let's do this roll for him. And he
No,
does
did you
the
skip
splits,
leg day?
and this golem thuds onto the ground. The one that's not engaged with anybody just sort of slowly tilts to the side as its feet fall out from under it. That's what they got going on.
Great. Are they able to get back up?
We'll see. That is Nix's turn. Anything else, Nix?
Nope. Having a
And
good time
now
in the
we
grease.
are back to the stone golems, one of them standing, one of them not. And this is where we are going to take our break. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Go get a snack and a drink and come back to watch these guys get in a grease fight with a bunch of stone golems. And we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
It's about to get raunchy.
Thank you, Tim. Hey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 135 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break, and we are in the middle of a beautiful combat with two beautiful stone golems that are just doing their job. I mean, this is their house, so it seems only polite to immediately throw hands.
In
And
their
speaking of
defense,
such,
they're doing a very good job.
it is their turn, and Keld happens to be right in front of one of them, which is beautiful.
It's in
Intended.
post.
I cannot. Oh
Mm.
God,
Don't
this
think
dice.
they are hearing us. Is the? Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh,
I see
good.
I
us.
just heard
We're
us come
good.
back.
Hello. The golems are gonna beat the shit out of Keld. So Keld and his 18 points of damage on the first hit with the first slam of a fist, and then
Ouchie.
the second. Well, that dice is fine. Okay. It's back. And does a 20 hit you?
Yep.
Good. Uh, good to hear. You take 19 points of damage from the second hit. The
Jesus,
golem
heavy hitters.
seems these are huge. These guys tower over you, Keld. They are big. And it is going to end its turn next to you. It knows no better, and now it's gonna roll for the grease. Look at you go, champ. This guy, once again, his legs start shifting and he just slams them back together again to maintain balance. The one
How does
lying
a
on the
robot not
ground.
skip leg day?
These guys are solid. These are thick legs. The one that has fallen kind of rolls onto its side and begins to push itself upwards and over, regaining its
No.
balance.
No, no, no.
And
No, no, no.
it is going to. I'm using this for the battle map. You know, Keld right there. The second one is going to walk casually up to Keld and is going to continue the onslaught. And
Casually in grease.
Didn't the second one fall?
casually, it's going to roll at the end of its turn because it's already in the grease. I believe this is how it goes. Creature that enters the area or ends its turn. Yep. I picked up the dice. I didn't even fucking look at it. Can't do two things. Take two. That's a shame. The first hand goes down from this one. Keld, you sort of turn to the slide and spin kind of aggressively because you're standing in grease and sort of spin out of the way of the first hit. And it
Majestic.
raises its arm up to go in for the second hit. And you watch the arm just go straight up and then fall right off. Just this arm goes up and just immediately falls off.
Oh no!
Huh.
It seems to not be doing well emotionally. Minus one
Or
arm.
physically, I guess.
Nice.
Either. If it has emotions, they're probably not high right now.
As long as it doesn't fall
That's
off and hit
fair.
me.
And it stands next to you, and it's gonna roll to see if it falls into the grease.
My God.
And Keld, I'd love you to roll me a luck check.
Oh, buddy! Come on, man.
Drop my dice.
Come on, man. Come on, come on.
13?
Okay,
That's a
it does
lucky
not
number,
fall on
right?
you.
Okay.
But you watch it lean forward towards you and then fall back
Oh,
as it
God.
tries to
Nice.
correct itself, and it goes and lands.
Eh?
Since it definitely came within 10 feet of me, I would like to use my Halo of Spores reaction to hit this thing.
Sure.
It's a DC 17 con save.
Oh, come on, champ. That's what you're good at. That's a fail.
Oh, wow.
He takes
Oh, this is magic. 1 second.
Oh.
17. Shit.
Well,
Oh,
that's okay.
close.
My spores will just land on it.
It's
Menacingly.
a gentle dusting of spores. Spores go burr.
Necrotic spores.
And that is the end of their turn. Fen, you're up. The molasses continues to just hold you down.
All right, slow motion Fen is going to take one shot at the one that's still standing with sharpshooter. And that is 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that certainly hits.
Cool.
Don't worry, guys. I got my calculator. I'm ready to do math, boys.
34 points of damage.
Oh, I could have done that math all by myself.
Because Keld is within 5 feet of it, right?
Yeah. Keld is aggressively close to these things. But this arrow is able to wedge into one of the many cracks on this thing's body and chip away at it. But it is still going. It is a solid stone structure. Anything else, Fen?
I would love to try to shake this slow.
You go ahead and do that.
I don't do that. I try.
Okay.
I don't do it, though.
All
you
right.
do have a bardic if it would get closer.
Not gonna waste it on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're on to the next. Nana?
Right. Still slowed. I want to. So I'm at half of my normal movement speed at the moment, right?
Yeah. And also, if everybody refreshes, you can see the map again.
Oh, well, that sure would be nice. I'll do that after my turn.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
through it.
squinting at the version on Twitch at the moment. I'm going to go 10 feet and see how close that gets me to the closest of the golems.
I mean, what are you trying to accomplish here?
And I want to get in there and try to do an attack and still be able to retreat. Don't know if I have.
You're not going to be able to do that with melee, methinks.
Got it.
You might be able to if that one step got you next to it. Yeah, you could probably get in there, take one. Nope, it takes 2 to get there. 10. Yeah, so you could take one step back. Yeah.
Oh, I could?
She's got a
Yeah.
base movement of 42, so.
Oh, you're
yeah,
fine
but
then.
I'm at half movement speed, which would be
So-
20. But it would.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you're
okay.
good. You can go in and then retreat some.
Brill! That is what I would like to do because I have magic weapons that are melee. I don't have magic weapons that are
Go for it.
ranged. So, in I go with the short sword of lawns. Just the one action. If I have 2 attacks per action, am I reduced to 1
One.
or? Damn. Okay. Alrighty. In that case, yep. It's gonna be short sword of lawns with Slayer's Prey currently active.
Go ahead.
If I hit, I'll get an extra d6. Hell yeah! Oh yes. I'm guessing 26 hits.
The AC is 11. You guys, you're in.
That makes sense. That tracks. 14 points of slashing damage from short sword of
Okay.
lawns. 14. And then I will retreat by a square.
Now you could go back to where you were, so you can go back 2 squares.
Hell yeah. All right. Dip in, dip out. That's what I do.
And you hit. Slowly make your way back. And if that is the end of your turn, go ahead and roll me wisdom. Say wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on, honey. I want this for you. 17?
You feel your body kind of come back into its natural weight. You are no longer slowed.
Thank the gods!
Okay, that is Nana's turn. Now, hold on a sec.
Hmm?
Now, okay. That was wild.
Hmm?
So what I just did was a little bit of a goof. So Roshan, it is your turn. An old list thinks it gets to be at the top. So Roshan,
So only one of them is standing, correct?
correct. One of them is
Okay.
casually, the one on the right is casually laying on the ground, but it'll get back up in a minute, I'm sure.
So Roshan is going to say, "Hold in there, Keld," and cast. Well, not cast, but give him some healing magic, and then he's going to point at the standy boy and shoot some eldritch bolts at him.
Nice.
That is 13 health to Keld, and
Right.
a 21, a 29, and a 17 to hit. I think those will all hit.
We all know that those certainly hit.
And one of those is a crit, so the first one is not.
Ooh.
2 damage plus the crit. 12 damage plus a third hit is 2 more damage, so 14 damage.
All right.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew.
Bits of stone are just flying in every direction. Anything else, Roshan?
That's it.
Okay. And now we go to Keld. Nyx, you are on deck.
Cool. Keld's gonna give his thanks as do I have to use my action to get up?
You have to use half your movement to get up.
Okay, okay. That's fine. I'm getting up and
I'm getting up.
swinging at this guy,
Yeah, go for it.
this wise guy. All right, that is higher than 11, so that hits.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the old 1, 2. 9 plus 4, so 13 damage on that hit.
Okay.
Come on, I can do more than that if in 3 Eldritch Blasts.
And crit.
One of them being a crit.
And you get your second attack. You're no longer slowed.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Nice.
I was just accepting my fate.
Yeah, I was accepted to the one attack. Ooh,
Is it an 11 or higher?
It's-
Because you're fine.
It is an 11. It's just
Okay,
an
then
11. Okay.
It hits.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh, nice. Okay. So, 15 damage. Take that,
Okay.
Rashawn. One up.
Keld just kind of, you kind of look at a sword and a big stone monster and you're like, okay, and just start whacking at it and hoping for the best.
Basically.
Are you staying in melee with them?
Yes.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, please.
Very well. 10.
I wasn't rolling advantage on Keld. That's so sad. Keld, you fall prone. I'll get you next time. Be back around to me in a second.
Oh boy.
You give me a
Oh
minute.
buddy.
Keld, you swing, and it's just kind of like too much momentum, and you just fly and fall, and are back in the oil again.
Oh god. Killed your
So
fur.
that's your scenario. Nyx, you are up. Fen, you're the next player character on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at it with my moon sickle because I got all these extra dice now. The one that's laying on the ground in front of me. So that hits. It's a 15 on the die.
Hold one moment. Sorry, you are starting
Yeah.
your turn standing in this
Yeah.
place. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, no, I can do that. No, that's a 19 on the die plus.
Yeah, you're
3,
fine.
so-
You're good.
Yeah. Good today. Now I'll swing at the thing on the ground in front of me.
I've never done grease before. Either way, that'll be your roll for this grease scenario, no matter when it happens. So you're good.
Cool. Whenever.
You will have to go walk over to it. You'll have to like
Sure.
step off the steps and go just like
Walk
bludgeon him.
up to it.
Yeah. So you walk
No,
up to the one that's
smack
prone
us
on
it.
the ground. Yeah, go ahead and throw. You have advantage.
I do. So, well, the first one's a 13 on the die, so
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that is. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage of varying types.
Okay. Do I need to know those types? Or any of those types? Try to give me your poison separately, if you'd be so kind.
I did not do poison.
Well, you have your charm attached, right?
I did not do those because you have me activate that separately, but I wasn't activating it.
Oh, it is more of an attunement thing that it would perpetually be there. So
Okay,
you
cool.
can
So,
unattune.
2 more
You
then.
could be like, it's not attuned.
Yeah, 2 more then. So that's 7 poison.
Okay, so
I'll damage
3.
myself. That's fine.
Yeah.
I got hit points for days.
I have hit points, she says.
It's only 1 poison damage for me.
There you go.
Barely hurts, guys.
Doesn't
It's
even.
like nice exfoliating gel.
Yeah.
We are back at the top. The one in front of Keld. By golly, he has one job and one job only, and that's, I guess, to just keep swinging. One moment, I have to discipline a cat. All right, and I'm back. And and Keld is prone, so I am rolling advantage. Thank you, Jillian. No problem, Jill.
Jeez.
Okay, that's an 18 on the dice. I'm going to hit you.
Oh boy.
21 points on the first hit.
Ooh,
Oof.
ouchie.
That's a 17 on the dice, so that'll also hit. Ooh. And then 16 on the second, and that's his turn, and he's gonna roll to see if he stays in the grease. And Keld, I need you to roll me a luck check.
Oh
no.
my god, come on, buddy! Don't get killed by a falling statue!
3.
So, Keld,
Oh,
you're
no.
laying on the ground,
Yeah.
and this thing leans over to start just punching you, and its feet just start to slip under it. I'm gonna let you do a dexterity saving throw, but disadvantage for your prone scenario. Your prone and in grease scenario.
10.
Okay. That could be worse. I am gonna roll damage.
It's a 20.
Oh boy. Oh, bud. Did you use that +2?
It's naturally part of his then.
I sure did, and it got me to it.
Keld, you're gonna take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing sort of falls on top of you.
Oh, Christ.
And you and the statue are just on the ground next to each other.
Great.
Its arm sort of
Embraced.
splayed over you. So you are at this moment grappled.
By accident.
Accidentally grappled.
Kiss
But
it
that's
on the
his
nose.
turn. And the other golem is going to stand up with its one arm, and it's going to turn to Nyx,
Jesus.
and it's going to raise its arm, and it is going to go for the hit.
Oh.
How fun, nat 20.
Oh God.
Mm,
Hild, can you use your
I
shield?
was like,
your
can I
thing?
do my thing while
It is
I'm
a
grappled?
reaction. Yeah, you
Can I
don't need.
react?
What does it look like when you negate a natural 20? What does the energy from your emblem look like?
Probably like a little burst of wind comes out of it.
Okay.
Oh, I
Sort
love
of
that.
you watch this thing go in and hit hard, and there's just almost something that cushions it ever so slightly, a wind that picks up underneath and cushions the blow. Still 16 points of bludgeoning damage, but not what it would have been.
Whew. Damn.
And then
Oh,
he's gonna
God.
roll to see if he can stand up.
Oh boy.
Nyx, go ahead and roll me a luck check.
Oh no.
Oh my
Awesome.
God. He's going down at last.
6.
Oh shit.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead and give me a
no.
dexterity saving throw.
Uh-huh.
The pot twins.
That's 16.
Okay. You move just out of the way, and you kind of like hit your shin against the stairs behind you, and it's like, ah, shit. But you avoid being crushed under this statue that falls in front of you. They're all prone. Everyone's
know-
prone.
Hey,
Oh, good.
my spores are gonna attack it with my reaction.
Yeah.
Get it?
Con
Yeah, get it.
save.
Yeah. How dare it try to fall on me?
Yeah.
That'll be a 19.
Oh, it's fine. I'm still
Phooey.
mad though.
Rude.
Yeah.
One
Still a
day this
little
will
stuff
affect
moving.
somebody. One day.
Yeah.
One of these
And
days.
Fen, it is your turn. You are still slowed.
All right. So question for the DM. This thing is prone, but am I if I shoot at it, am I shooting at it with disadvantage?
Yes.
A thing of this size. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Slow-Mo Fen is still gonna shoot at this the one that's
Fine.
laying on top of Keld.
Yes. Yeah, go for it.
With sharpshooter. So
Okay.
that's yeah, that'll hit. That's a 12 on the dice. So
Okay, yeah.
all right. All right.
Jiminy Christmas. What's it like?
33 points of damage.
Oof. You watch a huge chunk of this thing's face go flying, and one of the stone gems just goes and like flies away, and you watch the other one flicker, but it is
Oh.
still up. It just
Oh
looks
no.
like it is struggling a lot.
Oh boy.
Ooh, I think I shook it. I'm hoping that a 22 is enough to
A 22 is
not be
enough.
in
You are
molasses
no
anymore.
longer in the molasses.
Yay!
Awesome.
But
All right.
now is he in the grease? No.
And Roshan, you are up. Nana, you're on deck.
That was so fast.
Me again?
Since they're laying down on the ground, slacking off, I think Roshan will cast Sacred Flame on the one-armed one.
Okay.
Does prone mean you have disadvantage on dex saves? I don't even know.
At this moment, I'm going to say yes, but I'll check it later.
Sweet.
Today, sure, but I don't think it passes.
No. If it doesn't, it will take some radiant damage. Wow. Good roll. That is 18 radiant damage.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Jeez, everyone looks bad. This radiant damage sort of seeps into the cracks in its body, and where this one arm had fallen off, it just explodes half of the chest, and it seems to be struggling. Very much so.
Good. Struggle more.
You get him. You tell him.
Yeah, you tell him, Ro. You're the sass bard.
And I'm afraid to just give out healing magic. Is anyone looking dire? I know Keld doesn't look great.
I'm not feeling great.
Nana's bloodied.
Help killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, help killed.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Oh no.
Oh, we bullied him too much. We bullied him.
No.
Oh no!
Welcome back.
Oh good. Phew.
Yeah, I'm saying die for
Yeah, you're just it's a bit choppy, but I can understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Eh,
just keep
you're
going.
gastering,
Just keep
but
trying.
We'll go. We'll go.
after this. But I think it's just going in his turn.
Okay, and go ahead and try to refresh and see if that helps you. But all right, that is the end of Roshan's turn. Nana, you are up. Keld, you are on deck for your scenario.
Okay. Cool. So, Nana would like to jump in there and attempt to yeah. Yeah, Nana would like to try to actually make use of her Battlemaster maneuver trip attack, if possible, to
Well, they're
flip
both
this-
prone.
trying to like flip it off Keld and onto its back.
I do love the ingenuity, I do, but I just think
Yeah.
it would be too difficult to flip a huge statue. But if it had been like a person or something lighter, 100% I would have acknowledged that and been like, hell yeah. But it's way too heavy for you to be like, and I flip him like a pancake.
What if telescoping rod though?
No,
Damn.
he,
Okay, fine. All right.
it's barely magic.
Okay. All right. All right.
He's just here
okay.
emotional. You can use your action to try and jimmy this thing under it and try and pry Keld out and give him advantage or take an attempt, but that is going to
Yeah.
be your action.
Okay. That's
So
what
it's
I'd
a
like
one
to,
and done.
That's what I would like to do. Yes, I want to help Keld out from underneath this guy, give him advantage getting up from prone, whatever I can do to help.
Wow.
Okay, would you like to give Keld advantage or are you going to try? Because Keld, it's going to take your action to get out of a grapple.
Right.
So Nana,
What's
are
the
you
mechanical
using
difference for me?
the differences be you'd be rolling right now, and if you succeed, you would be saving Keld an action.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is going to be so incredibly difficult. So I just want that on the table, and you can rescind that now. But it is going to be very, very hard.
I'll commit
Or would
to
you
the
just
bit.
like to? Okay.
I'll commit to the bit.
Go ahead, and this is just going to be full just strength, just flat strength to try and jimmy a huge statue off of Keld.
Radio.
You got this.
I don't know why Nana tries to be the hero. It's a 3.
So currently this rod is like put under the arm of this creature, like right on the armpit underside.
Sure.
And
yeah.
Nana is just laying her stomach and is just feet off the ground on this pry bar that has like, and Nana, you feel the pry bar begin to go like there is a slight bend happening to
Oh, no.
your to your pry bar. This is
Oh,
a
no.
gigantic statue.
Oh, good.
So that's
All
your
right.
action.
Poorly spent. Wonderful. Cool. That's all right. I don't mind.
Thanks for
Um,
trying.
That's okay. It's all right. Better luck next time. Uh, Nana's going to use her second wind to regain some hit points. A D10 plus 3. I'll roll that in a minute.
Cool.
And I mean, I haven't taken an attack, but I doubt they can nail a hit on me at prone. So I'm gonna back
We will
up.
get disadvantage, but they will try.
That's fine by me. I
Okay,
will
you
scoot
have
back
to
my leg.
abandon your pole, but you back up. It's going to make an attack. Yeah, a nat 20 and a 16 on the dice. I think we're good. So 16 plus what it gets.
Yeah.
Um,
At what point do I juice in my heals? Do
You
I
get
do
it
that
now.
before or after?
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's 12 points I heal.
And then you take 22 points of damage as you flee.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
I mean, I'm
As you
glad I
run,
crit.
this thing reaches an arm up and just swings wide, and it hits you, and you sort of stumble forward, grip the wall, and push yourself back up and move. But hey, you're still here, and
Yeah.
oh, he's still prone. And hey, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. You were so close to them. I already forgot about the grease.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
see.
That's so true. That's so true. Oh, good. Let's see. Well, I mean, my dex is pretty good. 15.
A creature that 15.
Yes.
Okay. You slide on out, and you are on your way. Beaten and bloodied, but you know.
Yeah.
Keld, you
Wiser
are up.
for it.
Nyx, you are on deck. Keld, you can stand, but you can't really go anywhere.
Hmm.
So you could get up. You just can't leave where you were, which is kind of what you were doing.
Yeah.
So you kind of like can't get it off of your feet. So you're just sort of stuck next to it. So you're welcome to throw hands if you'd like to.
I would love to. Let's take that attack.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yes. Yes. That will hit. Oh, we rolled some good damage there, so that's gonna be 18 damage.
How do you kill this first golem?
I'm gonna say I was. Hopefully, I'll just obliterate his head so that other jewel goes flying.
You lift your sword and bring it down hard into the crevice that is made, and just the head explodes and it goes limp. And now it is a heavier weight on your feet, so you're just kind of stuck there.
At
But
least I'm
even
not
so,
falling.
is there anything you'd like to do? You're not close enough to start punching the other one, and you can't move. So if you have a bonus action you would like to do, that's kind of all you got left.
Can I bonus action Misty Step over to the other one?
Yeah, 100% you can.
Cool.
You look down at your like fully enwrapped feet and the pole that Nana was trying to free you with, and you look at her, and then you look to the other thing, and you are next to the other prone statue.
And I can take my second attack, or did
You
I?
can.
Yeah.
Wait,
yes.
Misty Step's a bonus action. Yeah.
That hits.
And yeah, go ahead and do that, and then.
All right, that'll be 12 damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
Boy.
I forgot.
Here
how
we
to do that.
go.
Percentile and a D10.
Wild magic, wild magic, wild magic, wild magic. We're bringing that chant back, folks.
23.
23. Okay. You appear next to this creature and kind of up through its destroyed armpit, pop the head off, kind of like a Rock'em Sock'em robot. And the other one crumples, and you turn to Nyx. And Nyx, for the first time ever, you look like your brother. His skin is blue.
Huh.
And as this one falls, you all are out of initiative. What's good?
Is everyone all right? Fenn's like talking faster than normal because he is like still stuck in like slow motion mode, so he's trying to get his
Catching
words.
up.
Is everyone all right?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think everyone is.
I feel perfectly
Mostly.
fine.
I could be worse. I could be
Oh.
worse.
All right.
My ankles have seen better days. Oh.
So I'm gonna make a suggestion here, and rather than try to heal ourselves with magic or even spend our potions, once we've rendered this room safe, maybe we just sit down and actually patch our wounds for an hour or so.
Well, what time of day is it? How long do we have before nightfall, and what do we do to make sure that we're prepared just in case we're walked in on?
I mean, we could probably
Healing is a good way to prepare.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
I feel terrible. I feel in very bad shape, and it would be
Yeah.
reckless to try to use magic to fix the condition that I'm in, being that this place does the things that it does. Where did those gems go?
I'll find. You guys take them. I'll look for them. Start digging for the gems.
Yeah, Nyx, you can start going around. And Nyx, one last time for the hell of it, for the boys in the back, give me a dexterity saving
Oh,
throw
no.
before Grease is
Got
gone.
you.
Oh boy.
17.
And you
She's
skate
good.
by like a little ice skater
It's
and
just
begin
like
your
water,
hunt.
guys.
It's just water, but worse. So
Yeah,
Nyx
it's
begins to
normal.
make their way around. Are all of you, or all of the rest of you, trying to get a short rest in?
Yes.
Killed would like to.
Fen would certainly like to.
Uh-huh.
Roshan will start singing a song of rest for the
Yeah.
rest.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That means if you spend hit dice, you gain an extra d6. Just once. Just one d6.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Roshan.
All right. You guys can start healing, and as you kind of sit off to the side and take in your scenario, Nyx, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'll give you advantage because you have a full hour to scavenge.
Nice. That's good since I have that -1 to it.
Yeah.
That'll be a 10.
Okay.
Better than the nat 1.
That's true. You find 3 out of the 4 what you assume to be probably like sapphires.
Nice.
So one of them lost to
It's
the
gone
ages.
forever.
But besides that, and Keld sits down and gets comfortable, skin now a brilliant shade of blue. All of the fur now emulating this color. Clickus clackus of hit dice.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mute myself.
Ooh, does that mean that I'm going to be back up to my 17 constitution? Instead of
Oh yeah, if
15?
it lasts an hour, you are back in the clear.
Nice. I'll go fix it.
Hi, Fix. While you all are resting and kind of composing yourselves, there's the flash of light that runs up the divots and goes back down, and you kind of follow it with your eyes casually back down the second set of stairs that goes a floor lower. And it is so faint, but you can see this kind of dull blue glow is ever present somewhere below.
So, is it coming like from right underneath us, or does it
No.
seem to be coming?
No.
Okay.
It is just the vaguest hint that a light is shining from somewhere. But all of you rest in this space now. And an hour passes.
Perhaps we should, if we plan on taking the same way out, perhaps we could put some of this rubble in front of the door, just in case some friends catch up.
We still haven't seen any clues regarding what we're looking for.
I don't think so.
I have to
Well-
believe that it's going to be further down, if it's going to be anywhere. I mean, think about it. This was a watchtower. We just passed through the armory and the storehouse, and whatever would have been just above that, perhaps entry from the palisades. Going further down, it's probably going to be deeper storage, more sensitive things. I mean, if they kept rations on base, probably they would have been down there to keep them chill. I mean, probably things are going to be more interesting and more heavily defended the further down we go, is my guess.
That would make
So
sense.
do you guys want to take time to put rubble in front of the door?
I think that we should. If nothing else, it'll give us an audible warning that somebody has tried to come in.
Sure. It's going to take time. It's going to take a bit, but you are able to work as a team to lift the heavy bodies and bits of rubble and sweaty and tired, but you put some rubble in front of the front door, which already has like a solid heavy bar across it. But you're like, extra.
Just in case, you know.
All right.
Before we move on, Fen wants to poke through what's left of this camp, see if anybody left anything behind, with particular focus on like any sort of notes that they might have taken on drums or anything like that.
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
16.
When you, after your rest, you get up to go accomplish this, and you go through with it, but you immediately realize that you're not going to get much from this situation. It is, you think you got lucky from the angle you were standing at, that you could see that, like, it looks like there is the bits and bobs left from a casual camp setup. But it's like when you guys clear camp. It is a cleared down camp with nothing of note to be had. Nobody else leaving sweet notes, only a guy who saw something, as you realize now from where you stand, Fen, a man who saw something, the gentle blue light from the main floor, and they took their notes from there. But no more notes to be seen. Anything else, or what are we doing?
Should start heading down?
I think so.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
As you know, I've got a bit of a limp from that beating that statue laid on me. I did patch myself up the best I could, but I'm not at 100% right now. But
Are you certain
I'll
you don't want to take a potion?
We've got your
save the potion for getting somebody up from unconsciousness.
Okay. Alright, then. Shall we go same as before? Fen, I'm concerned. I don't want you taking front guard if you're feeling
I'm
unruly.
clearly the best one to do it. I'll be all right. I'm not broken. I'm not bloodied anymore. I'm
I'm
just
not saying you are.
I'm just saying I'm a bit beaten up. I'll take point. It's not a problem. Just informing everyone of the kind of situation. I wouldn't keep these things from you.
Of course. Just take caution while you take point, okay?
All right. I'm sorry I didn't recognize those as a threat. They looked inert. They looked like harmless decoration, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one upstairs looked quite a lot like them and certainly didn't do what they did.
Oof. Another burst of light makes its way up the divots and up, and then shrinks back down again.
Let's keep on the lookout for anything else that has pretty blue gems in it.
That's a very good idea.
Onwards and downwards.
Did we search the rest of the room thoroughly to everyone's liking before we move on?
I don't think there's anything else in here that needs looking over.
I found 3 of the gems.
Wow.
All right, let's move on. And Fen will very gingerly, very carefully check the stairs for traps.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
That is an 11.
You're good.
Cool. I think we're good. I'm going to start sneaking down here.
All right.
And Fen takes his first step and disappears immediately into the darkness as the stairs flatten under his feet, and he rockets downwards at speed.
Ah!
I knew the slide was coming.
It's a slide.
Fen's like, see, whoop, and then he's gone.
No, it's fine. I got the...
Yeah, give me a dexterity
Everything's-
saving throw, Fen.
Everything seems so fast now that I'm back in normal speed.
Fast to slide out.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Surf.
Caught off guard
Shield.
and moving much quicker than you have recently, but you were able at the end to sort of brace your feet and sort of plant them. You're not stopping by any stretch of the imagination, but you are able to come to a halt on your feet at the bottom of the stairwell, and are just, you have both of your hands on the sides and are breathing heavy, and your friends are a slide away, and you are in a corridor, which you can see the length of this corridor with your very special eyes, but we'll keep it a little dim for now. But you look down this corridor, and the first thing that stands out to you is this blue light that is shining at the far end through slightly ajar doors, like 2 large, like a double door, and a light shines just through that ajar bit and was just giving up just enough light for you to see vaguely from the top of the stairs. You can see that the floor is covered in dust and bits of stone. Go ahead and give me a perception check if you'd be so kind.
19.
Okay. You take a moment and scan the corridor. What's everybody doing upstairs as Fen just disappears into the abyss?
Do you think he's okay?
I didn't hear a loud clang.
Well, the last time we had to deal with flat ramps instead of stairs, we used ropes, but I rather don't think that we should leave this very long. Okay, this is fine.
Are you okay down there?
I'm fine, surprisingly.
Okay, it's just a slide. Let's go.
Is there
I think
anything
no. Throw a rope down or something.
Nix, go ahead and give me a
We're good.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Does
in
anyone
that
have rope?
case, I do.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's an
We
18.
might want that for the trip back.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Nix slides down and just kind of like shoulders up against you, Fen, and is also in this space. The only difference is Nix, you at this moment can't see anything except that
dark
blue
out
light
here.
at the end
I'm
of the
gonna-
corridor, but it doesn't really
Going
help.
to pretend you're not touching me right now.
I'll just
Just,
move forward a little bit.
Uh, You saw that what happened last time I moved forward, or
Okay,
maybe
I'm
you
just
didn't
gonna-
see,
I'll
but
light a little fire again.
Okay, you light up a fire.
I can see.
Well, I can't.
What's upstairs team doing?
These two. Okay.
I think Roshan is urging people to go forward while also tying a rope off.
Good idea.
He says, I can be the last down. I can be safe."
I think that's perfectly fair, Keld. I think
I
you
just
may
wanna
need
be
to
a
go down
safe boy.
first. Don't worry about it though. If there's not enough rope for you to get all the way down with just the one, let us know and we can get some more rope down at the end.
Okay. I'll try to go down with this rope.
You begin to slowly make your way down, while team downstairs. Fen, you're looking around. Nyx, you have lit the place up a bit, at least for nearby, and you can see
Yeah.
that it is a long corridor ahead of you, leading to this doorway that some of the blue light is able to kind of push through gently. And the floor is covered in what you realize is the remnants of statues, like just littered with these statue pieces. There's one sort of in the center that's just like legs up, like the whole top part's gone. And there's one,
Ozymandias.
there's like half of a face on the ground, and there's just bits and pieces of statues everywhere, including a statue that is curled up and pressed into the corner and in a cowering position. And lining this corridor are 6 beautiful statues, no longer like the ones that were upstairs, these huge, bulky nightmare machines. Just these lining the walls are these beautiful statues of women, just in different kind of sensual poses. Some of them, like the fingers are gone, or an arm has been broken off, the knee is gone, hair chipped off and gone. But it's like a juxtaposition of these beautiful statues next to just the carnage of all of these other statues along the corridor.
Nyx, these statues weren't carved this way. These here,
No, they're
these
clearly
broken ones.
broken. That one looks terrified, which is really weird for a
But
statue.
I don't think someone carved a terrified statue.
I don't either. It looks like it died there.
Remember the preparations we made for stone gaze along the road that turned out to be something entirely different?
Yeah.
This seems to be a situation where maybe those preparations might come in handy for the thing that we thought was going to happen, but it didn't actually happen.
You see, the thing is, we used that material. We don't have any more of it to be able to
All right,
fix that.
that's fine. Let's avoid that situation happening altogether.
Yeah. Fine. We can see what I could throw this in there, this fire, and just see what happens.
Can we just wait till everybody makes it down safely before we do anything? Nyx, please.
Just sit there and hold it.
Okay. Everyone slowly makes their way down the stairwell, very safe and casual, not very fun at all.
Guys, it was
Before
just a
Roshan goes, as soon as whoever is next to last, I think Roshan would like to see if he can get the attention of the shadow. Like, does it feel near? Does he feel like he could talk to it?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, he'll look around to see if he can sense the presence and aim his chat. And he'll say, "Is your intention still to use this power to erase the other shadows?"
As you turn and sort of look towards the outside where you've left the shadow, this warble, this heat wave, almost kind of pushes its way, almost like water moving in through the cracks before it reforms into this shimmering image, the multiple heads moving from side to side and then colliding in the center, the multiple arms, the shimmering, unstable form. And you hear the multiple replies in your head. No, there's no need. Everything's fine. Why would we do that? I think it's actually a good idea. I'm doing it, is the one that sort of pierces through.
And does I'm doing it sound like Roshan's the friendly shadow?
The buddy.
Does.
Okay. Um so quickly he says after that, Keld told me about what he saw, and those visions match stories. I can't say with any kind of certainty what they are, but my guess is that they are. This sounds so stupid. The memories of gods. Um, and Roshan will quickly list the ones that he thinks they are, and ask.
I'd like you to list them.
Oh gosh, give me 1 second.
Yeah. The people would have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I should have pulled it up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Producer, honestly, go ahead and I think you can take off the map for right now while we have a chit chat up here. If that's doable. If it's not easy, don't worry about it.
So the first one, a taste of blood, overwhelming betrayal, flesh ripping, surrounded, scared. That sounds like the story we have of Fenrir. Um, gosh. There was alone in a space, afraid and in pain, locked in place by fear of the unknown. You can feel yourself digging into your own face. That sounds just like the myth we have of Odin. Fear that he didn't know, and that was his path to knowledge. And the others I'm foggier on, but cold in the snow, the taste of ice. You lay in the snow with grief and wind and the crunch of footfall in the snow, voices on the wind in a vast space, deafening obligation. Gosh, that could be Thor, his hammer bridging the gap. That could be. Gods, that could be Ave. And the standing above a young woman in labor, a man holding her hand, a feeling of anguish and loss, sensation, being in an unknown space. I don't know, but it could be Tyr, who lost her head and doesn't know where she is. I should have asked sooner before we were so close, but
There is an unsettling quiet, as if you have been encased in your silent spell, but you did not cast it. Okay. Multiple voices speak out at different octaves and emotions and ranges and energies. I know those names. That's not me. Oh, interesting. Aren't you smart? Just different voices clamoring on to each other and mixed in with one who is, it is a feminine mocking laughter that sort of penetrates through, and you recognize the voice as a memory in the shadow that has been not very pleasant. This laugh just sewing its way through the voices, almost knitting it together, this scarf of uncertainty and the most certain anyone's ever been. I don't know. I do know. I'm not. I am. We are. We aren't. And the one that stands out to you is the voice you know. Whoever they are leaving. I will try my best.
And Roshan, his urge in that moment is to reach out to provide physical comfort to the shadow, uh, to clasp it on the shoulder or on the arm, but he knows there's nothing there, so he'll try, but not expecting to collide with anything corporeal.
What about this spirit boot?
It is not fully incorporeal as you reach out by just instinct alone, and it is not the same weight you would put onto flesh and bone, but you could rest your hand atop something and feel it there. And the shadow, with its many eyes, focus in on you. They're leaving. I'm not going anywhere. How do you know that's who I am? That name I remember. What an idiot. And it was just a cacophony of sounds and voices, all speaking in unison.
I think Roshan, instead of trying to discuss with 30 people at once, just nods, focusing on the shadow, and then quickly scurries off down the stairs.
Okay. Voices call after you. Don't go. Come back. Go ahead. You're going to die there. Such powerful magics. Wait till I get there. Hold on for me. Should I follow you? If you ask nicely, I'll go back outside. I won't. And you hear one voice pierce through. They are nothing but memory. And we have to let go of them.
And I think even before the Shadow Prime, Roshan's Shadow, I don't even know what to call it, is done saying that Roshan is heading down with a renewed sense of determination.
Okay. Roshan is joins the party a hot minute later.
I do want to say, like, I feel as though since Nix and Fen went down the slide before and Keld went down the rope first, Nana was next to last to go down. And I feel like she would have waited a little bit, like a ways down the rope for Roshan to follow. And probably didn't see him follow. How much, if any, of the conversation did she hear?
You heard. Go ahead and give me a perception check and a stealth check.
Okay. Do you want which one particular first?
I care not.
Alright. Okay. Perception is. Dirty 20. Stealth 14.
What is your passive perception, Roshan? I think it's
17.
higher than that. Okay. Um, Nana, you sort of kind of get comfortable in a very awkward position in the center of the stairs. And you can hear bits and pieces of Roshan speaking. It's warbled. It almost like it like fades in and out. And you hear bits. You hear different descriptions of images and some god names, but that's all you pick up on. Roshan, as you approach, you can hear the gentle scrape of feet trying to keep their balance, that Nana is still in the stairwell.
I think it doesn't change that he is just going to head straight down.
Oh no!
Yep. So Nana, you
Parapet.
hear that he's right there. I can see him.
Oh good.
That
You can see
Roshan
him.
is you can hear Roshan grabbing, like you can feel the rope move and the
Okay.
sound of like feet starting to make their way down.
Okay. Since he's coming down, I think she'll holler up. Everything all right?
Yeah. Just finding my determination.
Okay. I hope you found it.
I have.
Okay. Was it to do with your shadow friend? I mean, Nana's starting to make her way down the rope, and she's trying
It's
to
going
stay
to take you
quiet.
guys a solid 10 seconds to get down the rope.
Okay.
Yeah, the shadow is still resolute that we use this magic unless anyone can come up with a better use in, I don't know, the next 10 minutes to clarify their consciousness.
I feel like that's going to take an awful lot more explaining than we have time for, but I trust you, and you let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
We're hoping it means that there's no more mean shadows choking Fen.
That would be ideal.
And they make their way down into the space, and all of you are now standing at the edge of this corridor.
We are standing in a room full of people I assume were once people that are now stone and shattered.
Oh, lovely. The stony
so that's-
gaze comes back to haunt us.
That's what I was thinking. I think that the objective here is not to be turned to stone, and if you are turned to stone, don't let them break you.
God.
How does one... Never mind. Okay.
I
Break
don't
me.
fucking know, Nana.
There is, of these statues, a lot of the beautiful women ones seem to be struggling a bit in being fully formed, but not as bad as the ones that litter the center. Seems being close to the wall has been good for them. But the one in the corner seems to be in like comparatively, very good in the sense that it is not broken into a million pieces. Like there are parts where the hair is, and you look closer and you can see that this is a young woman who is sort of curled up in on herself, and you can see just like parts of her form have been broken off and chipped away at, but still pretty recognizable as a humanoid compared to the bits surrounding.
Is she wearing like newer clothes and armor, or does she look like in the same style as maybe the ones upstairs?
You can go ahead and roll history for me. Producer, if you want to start giving us a little light into that corridor, I'm up for that. If you want to start giving us some corridor action.
Only an 11.
Okay. This person is not wearing armors. And it's hard to tell, especially because they're so curled in on them themselves. So it's hard to tell exactly what era this person may or may not be from.
Okay. This statue could have been here for, I don't know, 10 years? 1,000 years? have no idea.
Well, is there any indication what could have done the damage here? Does it look like there's, I don't know, traces of acid on the brakes, or does it look like there's scorch marks? Any indication at all? Anything we can tell from here?
You are welcome to walk up to one of these things and look at them, but that's all I can give you.
I'd prefer not to walk straight into the room. I hate to send Rufio in again. Can we even? How many times
We
can
can
we
do
that
it once. He was a pig, then he was a rat, and we can send him in once more before sunrise, and we can make our apologies tomorrow.
So long as we don't think that we could get better use out of him later.
I don't know what lies ahead, but I know that this is not a good fate for any of us. And Rufio will be fine, even if it hurts him for a moment. It might hurt us for a moment, and then forever, it might be the last thing we ever know is that hurt. So then I'll reach into the gray bag of tricks and pull out a 7, which is a direwolf. Rufio is a direwolf who has joined us.
And
in
were
this
you
chamber.
yeeting this into the corridor?
I was setting it next to us.
All of you are immediately crushed into the walls as a huge dire wolf forms in the space and slams all of you into the wall. Just casually, everybody go ahead and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
As all of you are just slammed into the walls by this huge dire wolf that barely fits in the space.
I did not realize how small this space was.
Well, you guys are kind of still back in that that space back before the corridor. But yeah, 2 points for
A little
everybody.
congested right here.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
I thought you didn't want us to touch each other. Like,
No, it's
fucking
just
don't.
touch him specifically.
And Rufio tries to turn in the space and just shoves people around as
Oh,
he
no.
moves.
go
Rufio,
that
through
way.
the door! Through the door, Rufio, please!
Go on, Rufio.
You can do it! I will apologize later.
Stay close. Stay close. All right. Fenn's petting Rufio on his scalp.
Yeah, Rufio's not moving until it seems everybody's like, "Go on, Rufio." Rufio does not comply.
He is not
And it sits
complying.
there for the head pats.
Yeah, of course.
I think he only listens to the person who pulled him out of the bag.
Pretty
Makes
much.
sense.
Want to send him down the hallway?
He can have a look.
Is that
for
the best
us.
thing we can think of to do?
Oh, I mean, we can
Kind of like
always
to have him
push
here
in
with
a
us.
telescoping rod, but it's like, what's that going to do? This one's bent a little now.
I can't. Well,
You bent it? You just bolted it. How did you bend it already?
does anyone have anything in
trying
their
to lever the
inventory they
thing off of
could
Kel,
roll,
it's fine.
maybe?
Man, the thing is, we need to see how it affects live things, not objects.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else. I mean, I tell you what, if you can send Rufio in, I might be able to use beast sense and at least use an opportunity to get up close to one of those things and see what I can tell about it.
And just a thought, maybe we don't want to cast magic in this tiny little corridor.
You
Yeah,
wanna cast
fireball
magic?
in here would
I
be
could s-
really, really bad. Never
I could
mind.
still throw this fire in there and just see what happens.
All right, throw the fire then.
Okay,
All right.
I'm throwing
You
the
know-
fire in.
You climb over Rufio and you just huck some fire into the center of the corridor.
Yeah.
And there's just a flame casually sitting in the center of the corridor, casting like these shadows on the wall of broken human pieces,
Nice.
making the shadows long and stretched.
It's a little
Nope,
ominous.
nothing
After
happens. The fire doesn't turn to stone. It's good.
after half of a second, Fen lets his breath out and goes, "I was being facetious." God.
I wasn't. I thought that was actually
I'll
probably
produce a
the
new
next
one.
best thing to do before sending in Rufio.
How many of the frozen sexy ladies are along the wall?
There are a solid 6 sexy ladies along the wall.
All right.
Hey, sexy lady.
There's
Every
no
few feet.
response.
Um,
Yeah, not that far yet. I think we're just here. Yeah.
Rufio, meet us at the end of the hallway, or meet us tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, friend. We'll go. Go on.
We'll make it up
Go
to you
on, get
tomorrow.
get out of here.
Go,
Um,
Rufio.
Rufio, not knowing that there is any sort of, oh no, there's a wiggle button.
What?
Holy shit, it wiggled. Sorry.
What?
Hey, I'm good.
Hey,
Um,
Jillian's about to kill a dog.
uh,
No!
so Rufio begins to make their way down the corridor, like the
No!
good boy he is, as
Oh, we love
instructed,
you, Rufio.
and begins to make their way and gets to about halfway.
Mhm.
And there's the sound of shifting stone
Oh no.
Mhm.
and a feminine voice that says, comply, comply, and just crunches of this one of these statues stepping forward. Comply, please, comply.
What?
And Rufio just kind of like stops. The statue does not, and fully moves in on
Oh,
him
no.
while screaming
Oh, no.
comply.
Rufio,
And
attack!
is she's gonna get the attack on him first.
No.
In this scenario, as she comes in.
Rufio,
Mhm.
I choose you.
That's a 19 on the dice. I think we're good.
That will
Oh,
hit
no.
him.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. That is going to be uh 10 points of slash damage. And I need Rufio to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Rufio makes a 19 for his Constitution
Okay.
saving throw.
Okay.
Good job,
Good
buddy.
boy.
There's
He's
Rufio
a
seems
good
to be
boy.
fine, and turns its focus to the one statue that has moved in on it, and then you hear comply, comply, comply,
Oh, boy.
comply as
Oh,
all
Oh,
6
boy.
of the statues start to pull themselves forward. Um, and as they break free from their positions, one of them walks past the one that's just like legs and fully shoves it out of the way, breaking it even further.
Jesus.
No regard for it.
Jesus.
And all of them just kind of start making their way towards Rufio, except the one on the end who stops and looks towards the group in the
Oh,
doorway.
shit.
And
fuck.
that is where we are going to stop for today. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. Very fun. It's going to be fine. Rufio's fine. Here at the Dice Cult, we got the stuff and the things. If you want to head over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult, you can watch all past episodes of On the Backs of God, one-shots, D&D streams, Vampire the Masquerade, whatever you're looking for, probably there. Just go check it out. If you'd like to
You
keep
should.
up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. Once again, thank you for being here. Katie makes great dice. I'm sure we'll put the link in the chat. We all
Yeah,
love
I'll
it.
get to it. I got it.
Katie's got it. We're fine. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story as we have now made it into the bowels of this ancient ruin.
We're all
And we
terrified.
will see you guys the same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.
Good night, everyone.